Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Dracul Monthly Updates for the month of July. I am Prince Stephen. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. We'll, of course, cover the reasons why here in this episode, of course, but thank you for joining us for another update. Last week, Prince Jacob abdicated the throne. We tried for several months to be able to get him in, and unfortunately, he just could not break free. He could not make time for it. He tried, but work and family life just wouldn't allow it. So he did what I believe is the right thing. And he even stated in his abdication letter that it isn't fair to Dracul, that we need someone active. And he just so happened to name me. I wasn't expecting it, at least not this early, especially in my life, for the position to be given to me. But I humbly accepted. It's going to be a learning curve for me. So I ask that everyone please bear with me as I'm going to be learning quite a bit about monarchies for a while. And if I make a mistake, please don't hesitate to correct me. So if I get a styling wrong, or if I call you the wrong title, whatever the case may be, just let me know. Hey, it's actually this. And then I'll make sure that I remember that. And then, of course, there will be things in monarchies that I will have to try to get correct as well. So Prince Jacob is considered retired at this moment. He will be maintaining the title prince. He won't be the reigning prince. That, of course, is me. But he will. You can still call him Prince Jacob. We are allowing him to keep that because he didn't go down in disgrace. You know, he has benefited Dracul greatly since he first got here. So, you know, out of respect and appreciation for his efforts, we're allowing him to keep that. And that shouldn't be an issue. With me taking the prince role, Bruce Cooper has become the second Chancellor of Dracul. He should be getting sworn in to that position officially next Friday. So not this Friday, but next Friday. So there will be an online ceremony, if you will, of him swearing in. A lot of people ask why there wasn't a vote and why he was selected. There wasn't a vote because typically when, you know, a head of government resigns or passes away or whatever the case may be, typically the next in line of succession for the government, goes to them. And then they finish out the term for that individual, and then when it comes time for the next election, they can run in that. He was the Secretary of State. We didn't have a Vice Chancellor, so it went to him. I have the utmost confidence that he will be a great Chancellor, and many others do in Dracul as well. He's been with us for a while now. He has been very committed to his jobs, and he will be able to fill those shoes, which will be big for him to fill, as it will be big for me to fill these prince shoes. But we're going to work together to make sure that we are both successful in our roles and make sure we go down the right path. That's ultimately the goal, of course, is to ensure success of the Commonwealth. We have a new face in Dracul, Courtney Chandler, which has become my heir apparent, crown princess. So in my demise or resignation, she will take over and become the princess of Dracul. That will be interesting. That will be another historic moment. Hopefully I won't have to die or resign anytime soon. But in that unfortunate event of one or the other, then we'll have somebody be able to take over. She's a new face. She's a great friend of mine. She's very devoted. She's very interested in Dracul, its history, its legacy, what we represent. So she's already met most of the common staff, and she's also going to be working as Chancellor Cooper's personal secretary. So if you need to reach out, please contact her if you need to speak to the Chancellor. And with that being mentioned of an heir apparent, the line of succession has been established. So right now in charge is the House of Jippa. That's my house. Of course, it is with me now. And then if I don't have any children, it'll go to Courtney. And then it will go to her son. And then after that, it will go to Cassie. And then it will go to her son. And then to Mark, which is part of the House of Milner. That's when a new house takes over. And then if he has any children, it'll go to them. And after them, or if he doesn't, it'll go to the House of Vindar, starting with Walter, aka Scott, and then going to Bruce, our Chancellor now. But that is very, very long from now. And it probably won't get to that point because, you know, most people will stay the reigning monarch until they pass. And with more and more people living longer and longer, you know, throughout the decades, it probably won't get to House Vindar. They technically don't want it to get to them, but they are there for an emergency. So our line of succession is fully established and is ready to have a reigning monarch until the end of Dracul. So that, of course, is a very, very good thing to accomplish. My installation will take place on August 10th at noon Central Time. You are more than welcome to attend in person. And if you can't make it in person, you can watch it on the Dracul 1 YouTube. We're broadcasting live there. We will have Archbishop Williams to carry out my installation ceremony with a full religious ceremony and oath administered. And that will be quite the watch. Very, of course, the first time in Draculian history. So I'm looking forward to that. So definitely check it out if you will. And then, as I had said before, Chancellor Cooper will be sworn in sometime next Friday. So with me and Chancellor Cooper both in our new positions now, we both have secretaries. I have, of course, a steward. Robert James is my steward, so please reach out to him if you have any questions or need to get in touch with me, and then reach out to Courtney if you need to speak with Chancellor Cooper for anything. We have secretaries and, of course, a steward for a reason. Please use them and please do not jump over them. The reason why we have them is because both of our personal lives are extremely busy right now. We're not always available 24/7 to read your email, and not everything warrants our direct attention. So please be respectful of our wishes and contact them if you need to speak to us. It makes things a lot more organized, and that is traditionally the way governments and monarchies operate anyways. It's a common practice all around the world, so let's observe it, please. So those are our updates for July. Look forward to bringing you more history into the future, and it's going to be interesting. It will. I'm going to have a lot to learn, but as I said, work with me, and I'll eventually nail it. I'll be putting as much effort into the into the monarchy as I did with the government, and I will not become, as many of us in the micronational community have seen throughout the years, one of those monarchs in a micronation that stick their nose up at everybody and think they're better. So I look forward to speaking to you all, seeing what we can do to help one another out. And we will be speaking with you in August. And on a side note, events are still canceled. In-person events are still canceled until probably September. We're waiting for the temperatures to go down because the heat index has been 114, 118. It's been crazy heat here during the day. Big, massive heat wave that just will not let up. And I will not sacrifice people's health and safety for a Dracul event. So if you're wondering why we haven't had any events lately, it's because we're taking everyone's safety into consideration. Have a great rest of your day and take care. This is Prince Stephen signing off.